All right. What's up, y'all? So, quick little video today. It's not going to be much for posting this week as a big one. Got a lot of stuff going on, but we're out here shooting some IDPA today and kind of wanted to get a little bit of B-roll. We're about halfway done with the match. I just shot a stage, Mike filmed, and I got one more left, but kind of want to talk about competition shooting, and we'll close this back up at the studio. But honestly, it's pretty enjoyable. I haven't shot a local match in like 9 months. Shot a couple matches that are, I guess, a bigger club, but so far pretty good. So I'm gonna get some B-roll basically of the rest of the match, and we'll close up back. I know I said I was going to recap the video talking about shooting your local matches at the studio. Oh, hit the mic, sorry. But I wanted to knock it out real quick just because I'm out here, and my studio time last night was dedicated to night vision things, which is nice. I'm very blessed to be able to do that. So I love shooting local matches. I really recommend people do for a lot of reasons. A, you can shoot your carry setup, which is huge. One of the struggles with IDPA is figuring out where that extra mag is gonna go for your carry setup. But honestly, like, you get one more in waistband carrier if that's how you like to roll. That's what I did, because the outside waistband one, I had to offset it so far off to the side that it was interfering with my shirt coming up every time. So basically the carrier was right here and my shirt would get caught every single time I draw. And again, you gotta figure that out at home. So other nice thing about IDPA is you can shoot your belt. So I always shoot NFC unless it is a state match or something. And honestly, I've never shot one. I signed up for it in May, last May, and didn't end up making it because we were on the road. But I really love to be able to shoot NFC. So that's basically the not for competition division. That's what the acronym stands for. So it's kind of more for cops in their duty belts, but LARP raiders are basically the alternative assignment for that category, I guess. So I like to shoot NFC because it lets me shoot my exact outside waistband setup. I have another setup that I have that's IDPA legal with a basically still Safariland holster, but with a no drop belt attachment and no strap, which is not my jam, to be honest. At least for outside waistband. So I have an IDPA legal setup, but I don't usually ever run it. So a lot of times people are gonna give you dirty looks or whatever, and this is the next thing to talk about. It's like, don't worry about the FUDs or the boomers or the dude with the staccato that is going to look down on you because you're shooting a Toyota Camry or whatever you shoot. Maybe you're not a dirty Glock person. I hope you are, because, you know, like, that's just how I roll. But so don't worry about the haters. I know people say that, and I'm getting at this in a more of a positive way, is like, there's always going to be personalities you encounter everywhere in the world where people are not nice, or they're not friendly, or they don't want to be good ambassadors of the sport, whatever it is, right? So you're always going to deal with that. Ironically, the last time I saw our match director, it was a practice match before the big match we had last March. So we basically had we had an opportunity to film that same weekend instead. And, you know, like, it's a paid gig versus an unpaid gig, however it works out. They were super upset that me and Brian did not go to that, which is understandable. You know, totally good. You paid, you know, $50 for us to have 2 match shirts. You know, you had to throw a couple $100 away. I get that. That's frustrating. And I totally apologize, because that was unfortunate. But the last time I had encountered with him, other than him, you know, being mad and not talking to us at the range, was a practice match we had before the big match. So it was the local shooters, he could set up and test some of the new mover targets that he had made. And so, like, he was mad because I wanted to paste targets during a practice match. I know that's crazy, right? I want to actually see where the hits are, because how do we know we're practicing on a spinner that we don't know where we hit it? That's kind of silly. But it was really nice to see the other day, so that's cool. I'm happy to interact with everyone. I honestly don't want to deal with the old man drama that's going on with so-and-so, and so-and-so doesn't like so-and-so, and they're loading their ammo too low, whatever. Like, I ain't got time for that shit. I shoot factory ammo because I've seen too many guns blow up to shoot reloads, unless I really trust you. So another thing I enjoy shooting IDPA is not having to set up the stages. Everybody expects me to be range control, I guess, because the stuff's always in my truck ready to go, which makes sense. And so I like having a plan for range days. I always end up setting them up. Or if people ask we want to do different drills, the Guru and one of my other homies, we'll call them Big Country. So they're super reliable and be like, what drill do you want to run? And they'll have something. But a lot of times it ends up people just kind of expect me to have a plan when we go to the range, do everything, set it all up, have all the targets. Like, that's just how it goes. So it's nice to not have to do any of that for IDPA. You show up, you help set up because you don't want to be a dirtbag, and you do whatever you can to be a good member of the club. Next is pace your targets. Oh my God, this is my pet peeve, like by far. I'm gonna walk around and rant a little bit on this one. So pace your targets. For the love of God, pace your targets. There is no reason that you should stand around and watch people basically reset stages unless you're on deck in the hole or you just shot, or it's the round after you just shot because you're loading. You should be pacing. If there's 10 people in a squad, basically 8 of them should be pacing, give or take, right? I really try not to bitch at people to their faces in person about that. I try to be really polite, like, hey guys, it'd be nice if you help out. You know, we're all here as a team to shoot the stages, but sometimes you get people that have an attitude. That was my first competition match ever. We had a horrible dude in our squad, and it made me almost go back. So I kind of want to make this video so people don't listen to the nonsense and separate the wheat from the chaff, I guess. So lastly, like, it's not about you competing against other people. This is the thing that was like a complete mind F for me at the start when I first went out with me and Brian, I guess 2 years ago, end of 2022, start of 2023, something like that. Either way. So a lot of people are out there and they're like, I'm new, I'm gonna be horrible, everyone's gonna laugh at me. And you know what, they may. And you should dry fire, so that is not as much of an issue. But like, if people laugh at you, again, they may just suck. It may not be you, it may just be them. And honestly, like, you're out there to compete with yourself. So regardless of how you place, hopefully you do good, hopefully you don't struggle. But if you struggle, you know what to work on, right? If you can't shoot offhand at all, well, bro, the next time you go to the range, a whole box of ammo should be dedicated to you shooting offhand, right? It should be other strong hand, like Ivan from Kid Badger likes to say, and not your weak hand, right? It's got to be usable. You got to shoot with both hands. So in addition to offhand shooting, strong hand shooting is something that IDPA got me to do a lot more of. I hate my IDPA bitches. I guess I'll go ahead and place them as unloaded starts. Gun on a table, stupid. For defensive shooting, it's stupid. For USPSA, it makes more sense. But I don't think they do that. So secondly is you're gonna have to get used to the rules, which is being penalized for dropping magazines when it's the right time, because you don't want to shoot the slide lock every time, because IDPA kind of wants you to shoot the slide lock. That's just the way it is. So you're competing with yourself, right? You're trying to see if you can execute your stage plan properly. You're trying to see if you can not get all squirrely when it's a limited stage and you shoot more rounds than you're supposed to, like I did on the last stage. The guy was laughing. He's like, I thought that was limited. I was like, oh yeah.
Wow, range is hot. Excited. It finished unload show clear. Slide forward, pull the trigger. Range is clear. Actually, you threw some extra shots. I thought it was limited only.
I was not paying attention during that process, so it's okay. I completely forgot in the middle of the stage and just saw my hit sucked and wanted better ones. Extra points, I guess. So you got to kind of learn the rules, get used to basically signing up on practice score and all that stuff. But honestly, it's fun. You should be able to have fun. Competition shooting is fun. I have a good time even when I don't do well. I don't have as good of a time when I don't do well, but still, it's a good time to go hang out with the boys. You may meet a lot of fun people that are into the same things you are, because you're already into the Second Amendment and bang bangs because you're pure shooting. So like, it makes sense, at least in my opinion. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed this and are gonna go shoot some local matches. Hopefully you're gonna be badasses and dry fire and spank everybody that doesn't dry fire, because that's basically how it goes. If you handle your gun every day, you're gonna be better than the guy who hasn't handled his gun since the last match. It's the same thing we complain about with cops that only shoot quals. They should get a different job. Thanks again. Appreciate y'all. Stay spicy.